Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Capital One Arena from downtown Washington, D.C. You know what it is. It's Game 7 between the Leafs and the Capitals. It's all for the Cup tonight. Only one team can bring it home. Caps have a chance to do it here on home ice after fighting back from a 3-1 series deficit. They overcame Toronto back in Toronto 3-2 in Game 6 to end the Maple Leaf home streak record. Hit here by Marner in the corner. He'll kick that back for Matthews. There's Brody to Matthews in the slot, slash, and an early power play for Toronto. So the Leafs with a good opportunity here early. Yeah, you have the extra guy on the ice with the power play, and draw one by Tavares. Riley to Matthews. Matthews looks, shoots, and a save. Here's Nylander. Back to the point for Tavares. He gave that away. Eller's there. He clears. Now the Leafs trying to get it started early here in Game 7. Pass ahead for Tavares. Just about a minute gone on the power play now. It's flung around, and Matthews picks that up. Drops it back for Marner. Set up, here's Riley. A shot! High and wide. It bounced down. Matthews tries to find it. Banked off the boards, and back down the ice again. Riley to it for the Leafs. Far pass ahead. Tavares. That finds Matthews. One-on-one. Matthews moves in. Lost it to Jensen, and there again, he'll pick it up and clear. The Leaf power play done. 0 for 1. Played ahead for Tavares. Out of the box come the Capitals. Here's Tavares in, shoots, save by Kemper. Back for Tavares again, looking for a shot. Van Riemsdyk picks it up, and here come the Capitals through center ice. Left side and in. Marner getting back. Here's a shot, and snatched by Samsonov. Lucic came in front. Van Riemsdyk, and a penalty coming the other way now. Leafs had their power play early, did nothing. Now the Capitals will have theirs. So here's the draw. It'll come to the right side of the net. One back. Gustafsson fires. Block. Got it back at Strome trying to find it. Brody was there, and he clears it down for the Maple Leafs. That gets by Kemper on a bounce. Here's Jarnkrok to the net. Shoots and a save. Short-handed look. Hall back. All the way down the Leaf ice it goes. Side of the Leaf goal. That's a tricky place to play it from, and a hit there. Brody gang on him, and there's some contact being made between the two. It's a miscommunication and penalty coming. And it's going against the Leafs as Brody is going to get called in a hurry. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for Washington. TJ Brody was not happy at all there. You saw in that last play the anger that came out of him, and Capitals going to have a 2-man advantage here in the first period. So here comes the face-off to the right side of the Leaf net. The Caps on a 5-on-3 here in Game 7. Draw one. Carlson fires. That is blocked. Caps get it back again with Mantha. To the point. Ovechkin fired, and a save by Ilya Samsonov. He'll hold on to that. 12:41 to go here in the first. Scoreless from DC. Here's the draw. Caps back from a 3-1 series deficit to the Maple Leafs to force this Game 7. Ovechkin to Mantha. Kicked away. Samsonov again. Cleared by the Leafs out to center. One penalty done. Tavares out of the box. He met Ovechkin for a moment. Here's Kuznetsov inside. Giordano back. The centering pass. Sherry saved by Samsonov. Giordano off the board to back out. Down it goes. The Capitals will reset on this power play. Here's Ovechkin to it. Big hit by Tavares. And that'll take some exception from the refs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to get called. And in come the Caps. Now Sherry back with it. Yes, it is going to be a penalty indeed. Here's Ovechkin. He's crushed. May have been hit from behind there, actually, as Protas gets it ahead. Some bumping there, and here's Morgan Riley. Finally touches up the Capitals. Back to the power play again. Washington did nothing on that 5-on-3, so now they're back to a 5-on-4. Their third power play of this first period already. The draw. One back by the Caps. Picked up here. Here's Elaine Gustafsson. Stopped by Samsonov. Cleared by Hall and down the ice. Picked up again, and now we got a fight that's going to break out. Hall and Dylan Strome are going to go back and forth here. Yeah, what a job well done here. Both players drop the gloves. Finally, someone fights. This is the first fight out of this whole series, and it comes in Game 7. And Hall will take Strome to the ice in front of the Washington crowd here in Washington. Game 7 between the Leafs and the Capitals, scoreless this far. So the refs take exception to that. Both players go off 5 minutes for fighting. Capitals still on the power play. Draw one. Zach Aston-Reese trying to find it. That's Jarnkrok breaking in. Good stick there, and didn't like that. Yeah, didn't like the contact. And again, now he's going to push and shove, and that's going to be called too. Picked up by Kuznetsov. In for Oshie, is saved by Samsonov. And a 5-on-3 again for Washington here in this first period. Callie Yarncroke is going to head off. The fourth power play this period for Washington. Here's the draw, left side of the net. One back by Kerfoot. Riley to Mete, not out. That's poked and it stays in. Mete there. He'll pick it up and clear. Knocked off two Capitals at center and knocked out again. Ovechkin getting in the way. Here's Eller. In front, Matha kicked away. Lucy score! Anthony Matha on the power play gets Washington in the lead here in Game 7. Oh, enough penalties, and it's going to burn you, and it does here. Toronto Maple Leafs give up the first goal of the game with 8:38 to go in the first here in Game 7. Draw coming. One back by Camp. The play ahead, and that missed him. Now Ovechkin for Nick Dowd. In come the Capitals, one-on-one. Dowd, he fires it wide. Leafs have been on their heels so far tonight. Here's another chance. Matha again! And a save, Samsonov. Looked like Matha had him. He outweighted him a little too long, and Samsonov got the right leg out. It looked like a for sure 2-0 goal. Here comes the face-off, right side of the Leaf goal. 8:01 to go here in the first. 1-0 Washington. 8 shots on the power play. Here's a shot. That one stopped. And they're still on this fourth power play. That pass, Ovechkin, that's blocked. Brody picks it up and clears. Down the ice it goes. Everyone will reset. Marner after it for Toronto. In front, center. They score! David Kampf coming down the slot. Left alone, he snaps it by Darcy Kemper. And the Leafs have tied Game 7 just after the power play came to an end. Look at Marner. Always finds it tape to tape. This is what he's best at. And that slowed down in front, the pass in the slot to drill it by Darcy Kemper and tie this game. Mitch Marner tied with Mantha at 8 points for the top of this leaderboard this series. Draw one that's controlled by Carlson. Here's Johansson, brought in by Kuznetsov on the right. Looks, centers. And Kerfoot in the way of that, knocked down, and now gets it ahead. Marner was looking for the feed. Here's Carlson, big collision, and that's going to be a penalty easily. And it will be the 5th this period against the Leafs. This one for elbowing. Morgan Riley is going to head off. And the Capitals again are back to the power play. The draw. One back by Washington, controlled by Orlov. He has Johansson, fires, and a save, snaps it off. The 10th shot on the power play this period for Washington. Their only goal is on the power play. Toronto's full strength. Here's the draw. 12 seconds into the power play. Kampf has 2 blocked shots already in this game. Gustafsson looks in, centers. Johansson kicked away. They score! It came bouncing out in the slot, and it's put home to put Washington back in front. 2-1. TJ Oshie with his first of the series. Capitals again on the power play. They make the Maple Leafs pay, and they take the lead back again. Here's the draw back to center. One back by Tavares. That's played ahead, turned over to Ovechkin. And that's Kuznetsov on the right. Taken to the boards hard. Sandin for Nylander. William Nylander held off there, but will go after in the corner. Looking in front, the pass, and it just missed Tavares. Now the corner boards again in front of the goal. Tavares keeps it in. 3 to go here, first period. Centers it back to Mete. In shoots. It goes off a leg. Sandin will try. He'll fire. Blocked in front, and Kemper scoops it up before the Leafs can find the loose change in front. 2:22 to go in the first. 2-1 Washington in Game 7. Hits in the game are 9-0 Toronto. The Leafs have been very physical in this game so far and have not looked to their top form, though. Draw one. Here's Hall. Waits. Shoots. Save. Bunting picks it up. He'll look and try to center. Now Morgan. And that pass didn't find a Leaf stick in front. Ovechkin stays in by Hall. Hall moves in. A backhand. A forehand. Bunting in front for Hall, and Kemper dives on it before the Leafs can set it across. We'll intercept that for a face-off. Face-off will come here to the left side of the Washington net. 2-1 Capitals here in the first. Face-offs 8-7. Make it 8-8 as here's Brody, a backhand easily stopped by Darcy Kemper. Jensen being chased by Callie Yarncroke. That's Mulligan. Bunting tries to block the lane. Sherry taken. Yarncroke fires it in, and that'll do it for 1. The Capitals 2. The Leafs 1 after 1 in Game 7. Shots a goal in the game are 13-6 Washington, a 2-1 lead through one. The hits are 10-0 Toronto. Faceoffs 8 aside. Caps 2 for 5 on the power play. Toronto has 0 for 1. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Capital One Arena. Game 7 between the Leafs and the Caps. The winner takes the cup home this afternoon. A draw, one back by Matthews. Pass turned over. Matthews getting it back in, and it deflects around to the far side where Washington will pick it up in Ovechkin. And a takedown there. Ovechkin with an elbow. No call. Leafs are looking for a call. None. Centering pass, and now Marner will clear to center. Back down the ice it goes. Carlson held off there. And icing called against the Leafs. So the faceoff will come here to the right side of the net. Austin Matthews to take the draw for Toronto. One back by the Capitals. Orlov to Carlson, fires, saves Samsonov. Riley's there, he'll clear down, and that is on goal for Kemper to play free, but he is going to hold on for a faceoff in the Washington zone. 2-1 Capitals. Here in the second period of Game 7, Washington escaping a 3-1 series deficit to force Game 7. They have the lead in Game 7. Everything in their favor right now. Draw one, Kerfoot. Back for Brody. Brody's taken down, and again, no call. That was Ovechkin again that got away with it. Brody steps in, has Kerfoot. Kerfoot in front, drop pass. That misses. Brody put it on goal off the outside of the net. Marner tries to find it, and Kemper will cover. Just past 5 gone here in the second period. Washington 2, Toronto 1. Yeah, and Darcy Kemper has been solid where he needed to be, and Toronto really hasn't been able to set up since that first goal. Draw one back by Tavares. Hall shoots, and that one stays in. Sandin, a good play, moves in, and he won't get a shot. Taken down, and Sherry does get it out for Washington. Left side, he's given a ride into the boards. Nylander picks it up for Toronto. Ahead for Tavares. Off the board and back down the Capital ice, and again on some miscommunication, but this one not icing. Sherry. Caps get it ahead for Strome. Middle of the ice, that's turnover Tavares. Robertson moves in, has Nylander with him. Drop pass, Nylander shoots. And nothing was really there as the D got in the way. Here's Oshie. Has the go-ahead goal here in this game. He's bumped off the puck by Hall. Tavares. Nylander gave it away. Strome, a save by Samsonov as the puck came in the slot and had to be careful with it. Robertson in the zone, that is scooped by Kemper. He'll play it for Carlson. Carlson left wing for Oshie. Up ice, Kuznetsov. Here's Tavares for Bunting. 8 to go here in the second period. Still 2-1 Washington. Carlson along the boards. Leafs go after it again. It's Bunting after it. Bunting for Malgin in front. The centering pass. Got it back. But his shot easily rolls off his stick on the rebound and didn't really get the look he was looking for there. Yarncroke kicks it in deep. Goes after it. 6 to go in the period. Calle Yarncroke looking in front for Malgin. His shot. And that one through the traffic, but Kemper on it. Will cover for Washington. So the faceoff will come here to the left side of the net. 5:24 to go in the second period. Still 2-1 from the first. Draw one. Here's Carlson with it. He's turned back in his own zone again. Leafs pressuring. Caps have it. Protas. He's turned again. Now Yarncroke has help with him. The pass misses Malgin. Back in front. That was Yarncroke. The shot by Bunting is blocked. Orlov corner boards, and that was Malgin getting in there for it, but it never find the Maple Leaf stick. Here's Carlson and back out. Mete up ice. This finds Marner. Marner one-on-one. Marner breaks in, and he was sticked away. What a play by the Capitals on that move. Mantha. Brody was there. Mantha back inside. Knocked off the puck. Brody for Marner. Middle of the ice. He'll bring it in again. No chance like the last one. Kerfoot for Brody. Shoots at a glove save. Kemper. Here's Orlov, the Protoss. Kept in by Marner. Mitch Marner for Matthews. In behind the net. Matthews looks at front center. They score! What a pass! Austin Matthews to Mitch Marner. He got robbed, but not this time. He taps it by Darcy Kemper and ties the game with just 3 seconds to go in the second period at 2. What a play here. Look at this. Matthews just has that lane. And even with the Capitals there, he finds a way to get it across and bang it home. So the Leafs tie it with just 3 seconds to go in the second period of Game 7. and silence here from DC. Here's the draw. One back controlled by the Capitals, Faravari, and that will do it for two. The Leafs and the Capitals, 2-2 through 40. We head to the third of Game 7. Shots a goal in the hockey game, 15 aside, a 2-all game. The hits are 12-2 Leafs. Faceoffs 11 aside. Power plays Washington 2 for 5. Toronto 0 for 1. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Capital One Arena. Only one team can take the cup home. We're tied through 40 minutes. Draw one, controlled by Carlson. It's poked ahead by Matthews. Austin Matthews on Orlov. Matthews trying to get it to the net. Kemper plays that down to Orlov. Carlson up the board side has Strome with it. To Sherry. In comes Washington with a lane. Moving in. Drop pass. Strome! And couldn't get it on goal. Orlov holds it. Carlson fires. Redirects off a stick. It's played ahead for Kerfoot. And he couldn't get it on the bouncing puck. Now it's played for Sherry again. Entering the zone. Matthews back out for Marner. Pass too far ahead. Carlson turns back inside. Sherry now. Riley. Matthews. Marner for Kerfoot. And Alex Kerfoot was bumped off the puck there by Strome. Ahead for Ovechkin. Has an opening. Here's a chance. Save Samsonov. Tavares to Marner. And the Star with a good look there. The grade 8. Here's Orlov in the corner. Leafs get in there and help out Tavares. He'll look back for Morgan Riley. In shoot. Scores! Morgan Riley with a seeing eye shot through a screen in front. Beats Darcy Kemper and gives Toronto the lead here in the third of Game 7. 6:33 in. Look at this move. This is Morgan Riley. Just finds that lane through all the traffic and beats Kemper to the blocker side to give Toronto the lead. First time tonight in the hockey game, Toronto is in front. A 3-2 lead with 6.5 gone in the third. Here's the draw. And it is one back by the Capitals. Carlson with it. Gave it away, got it back, and in he comes from the left to the right, centered. That one misses, getting it back is Strome. Strome to the front. Here's Orlov, moves in. Ovechkin shoots, save, loose, he got that too. Samsonov putting big stops into the third period. Tavares is taken down on that hit. Chasing after the puck is Nylander. It's played up ahead for Oshie, has an opening. Gets through but loses the puck. Riley. Far pass for Nylander. Breaks in, fakes and shoots, and a save. Tavares back. Here's Brody, a shot. Through the traffic, steered away by Kemper. Carlson's taken down, and Washington's getting their 6th power play of the afternoon. 9:19 to go in the third period. Toronto 3, Washington 2. Game 7 from Capital One Arena in downtown Washington. Here's the draw. 2 for 5. Both goals on the power play. Mantha in, shoots. Sherry saved. Cleared but not out. Mantha scores! It came in the slot, and it beats Elias Samsonov to tie the game. The third power play goal for Washington. So Washington gets that through. It's just a quick review to see how fast it went in, and it was in a hurry. Mantha snaps it by. Tie game here in the third. Faravari stolen by Yarncroke. He's bumped off the puck and going back after it again. Johansson. Here's Jensen in his own zone. Mulligan on him. Dennis Mulligan. Here's Faravari to Kuznetsov. Johansson middle of the ice. Giordano pointing across. Oshie taken by Giordano to the boards. Here's Giordano. Yarncroke into the Washington zone. That deflects. Weird ricochet off the boards. Leafs get it. Bunting spins. Shoots. Fired it wide. Yarncroke. Here's Giordano. Mete fires in front. Where is it? And the Capitals with the traffic in front blocked its lane to the net. Here's Washington. Gave that away to Yarncroke. Howie Yarncroke. 4 to go here third period. Fired around for Zach Aston-Reese. He'll look in front for Mulligan. Here's Zach Aston-Reese. Ran out of real estate. Back to the point and off the boards and back down the Leaf ice. Picked up here by Victor Mete. He'll spin in his own zone and now look ahead for Mulligan. Here's Mete for Mulligan. Found him. Dennis Mulligan breaks in. Off the post. Loose and he can't get it. Zach Aston-Reese had it. And Darcy Kemper went swimming in the Washington net to keep it out. Off the iron. In behind him. It doesn't cross the line. Here's the face-off right side of the Washington net. One back controlled by Faravari. has it here in the corner. Kampf back to the point. That centering pass. That was Zach Aston-Reese looking for it. Now ahead to Faravari. Final minute here in the third period. Everything is cautious now. Kampf. Faravari gets it by him again. That's Sherry for Strome. And Zach Aston-Reese for Toronto. Looks ahead for Kampf. Kampf with some opening to Engvall. Here's Engvall for Kampf. Back in front. Zach Aston-Reese. And a save by Kemper. Under 40 seconds to go in the third period. The Leafs and the Capitals 3 apiece here in Game 7. This game has been wild. The top line has a chance on the ice now for both clubs. The face-off, won by Matthews. Brody to the corner for Marner. Marner kicks that back for Matthews. Back around, that finds Brody. Brody, corner for Marner. Marner to Matthews. Matthews looks and spins. Lost the puck. Too much passing by Toronto, and it will come out. Morgan Riley. Turn back. Here's Faravari. Govechkin. Across the corner, Sherry. He lost that to Riley. Morgan Riley. 10 seconds to go in the third. Fired in by the Leafs. Round it goes for Matthews. Matthews back for Brody. Brody moves in. Brody shoots. Scores! T.J. Brody! He snipes it from the right circle. Under 5 seconds left. And Toronto has taken a 4-3 lead. They are headed for the Stanley Cup here in Washington, D.C. My goodness, a snipe from that left circle. And the Capitals lost him in the mix. They thought the feed was going to Matthews. It did not. It finds Brody. He puts it by, and the fans here in disgust can't believe it. Face off the center. One back by the Capitals. Seconds will run down, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are your 2023 Stanley Cup champions. A goal in the final 5 seconds to stun Washington and their fans this afternoon. The Leafs had blown a 3-1 series lead coming into Game 7, and they find a way in the dying moments of the third to spare and win the Stanley Cup. And the handshakes will come to center ice between both clubs. Another hard-fought season is done again. And Mitch Marner is your Conn Smythe winner with a goal and 3 assists on the afternoon. And a big way to win this trophy for his team. Yeah, Mitch Marner was a big part of it for sure, and this Maple Leaf squad just put everything together to win this hockey game. Yes, they came back all night long and finally got the lead and blew it. All 3 Washington goals on the power play, and that was because of the penalties that were taken. That was the one mistake that they made all night long, was all the penalties that they took. But the setups, when it mattered most, they found ways, and they beat the Washington Capitals in the end. The captain will get to host the cup here in front of Washington. A lot of red in the stands, not a lot of white and blue, but that's okay because they'll bring it back home to Toronto. Yeah, they sure will, and what a celebration this is, and so many fans happy to come all this way to watch this game. But the Toronto Maple Leafs, they are going to hoist the cup, and it's going to go to Mark Giordano. Yeah. You have to give it to Gio. What a big part of this team he's been after joining for the Maple Leafs. A new part of this club, and he's done a lot of good things for this team this year and has found ways to be a better strong point on the defense side of things for the Leafs. The Leafs, Giordano is going to hand it off to Mitch Marner, and rightfully so, as the kid has earned it. Number 16 gets to skate around the ice here in Washington and celebrate with it. With a spin. Yeah, what a series, and all the way back and forth. Washington took game 1, 2-1. The Leafs would win the next game of a final score of 4-3. Nick Robertson will host the cup now, another young piece of this team called up from the Toronto Marlies. And he was a big part of this series. He did score some goals, and a big one as well against Boston in that series. Robertson and the Leafs will celebrate this cup win together. And as we come to center ice for the photos to end another amazing season, and your Toronto Maple Leafs are your 2023 Stanley Cup champions. That is all until next year. We hope everyone enjoyed, and we will see you again soon.